Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about the number one problem in crypto estate planning. Before we do, it's important to note that this video is not legal advice, it's educational, and it does not create an attorney-client relationship. In this video, when I refer to estate planning, I'm referring to the process of making a plan to provide for the disposition of someone's assets after they're deceased. In my opinion, the number one problem in estate planning for crypto is failing to make a plan for an executor to know the deceased person's private key or seed phrase. If a person dies and they held their crypto assets through a wallet, and their executor does not have their private key or seed phrase, then the executor will not be able to access the wallet and will not be able to distribute the crypto assets to the deceased person's loved ones, charities, heirs, whatever. In that event, the crypto assets could be locked up or lost forever. So what should we do about this? I don't know that there's a perfect plan. There are advantages and disadvantages to all of the different approaches that I will discuss today. One possible approach is for a person to write down their private key or seed phrase and physically give it to the person who will serve someday as their executor or their trustee. Of course, in that event, the person that they've given the private key or seed phrase to now has access to their wallet. The person to whom they gave their private key or seed phrase also, of course, will now have the responsibility of keeping that information safe from other people. And, of course, there is the potential problem of the person who owns the crypto assets changing their mind about who they want to have serve as their executor or their trustee, but that person now has the private key or seed phrase for the person's wallet. So there are potential concerns about that approach. Another possibility would be for a person to write down or in some other way record their private key or their seed phrase and then put it in a safe place that could be accessed after their death. For example, they could put their private key or seed phrase into a safe deposit box or into a personal safe. In that event, of course, it's very important for the executor to know after the person is deceased that there is a safe deposit box or a personal safe so that they can actually get into them and access the private key or the seed phrase. The person could notify the executor of that during life, or they could provide instructions in their will or trust or whatever type of estate planning documents they're using. This issue is so interesting from a legal perspective and potentially fraught with some danger because it's difficult to prove who owns wallets because of the anonymous nature. Major exchanges may provide a different story, of course, because they may have know your customer requirements and things like that. But proving ownership of a wallet could possibly be difficult. And so I think there may be some value in stating in a will or a trust that I have a crypto wallet and that I have left the private key and or seed phrase in my safe deposit box or something like that. Now, of course, there's potential concerns with that too. It's an evolving area, and so we have some thinking to do and some planning to do, and I urge you to think and plan. All of these considerations weigh heavily in favor of only picking someone to be your executor or trustee or someone who's going to have access to your private key or your seed phrase that is someone that you absolutely trust. I can't emphasize enough that in estate planning, picking the person who will be your executor or your trustee or other type of fiduciary is of the utmost importance. If a person holds their crypto assets through a major exchange, that exchange may have procedures in place for an executor to access the deceased person's account by providing a death certificate or probate documents or trust documents or something like that. If you would like legal advice regarding any of these matters, please contact your own independent legal counsel. If there are other topics related to crypto and estate planning or tax and crypto that you would like us to explore, please leave a comment below. I will provide a link to a Cointelegraph article that I read that prompted my thoughts on this matter. And if you have any resources that you think would be worthwhile for people to look at, please include those in the comments below. Finally, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. And if you can, go out and help somebody. Thanks so much.